Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Penfield Town Hall. My name is Matthew Rich. I'm the town leader of the Penfield Republican Committee. I am your master of ceremonies tonight. We're here tonight for the swearing in of our formerly candidates and now officials who will be taking the oath of office tonight. Before we proceed any further at this point, what I would like to do is invite everyone to stand. And I'm going to ask Monroe County Family Court Judge Elisa Mazo to please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If I could please ask that you remain standing at this point, that we can observe a moment of silence, keeping in mind our service members serving overseas, and also keeping in mind our first responders who work every day to keep our community safe. Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. So this evening, we will be swearing in 4 town officials here in Penfield. They are our supervisor, Tony LaFountain. Round of applause for Tony, please. Our new town board member, Debbie Drawe. Debbie. Our incumbent and returning town board member, Linda Kohl. And lastly, our new town justice here in the town of Penfield, Paula Metzler. At this point, I would like to begin the ceremonies this evening by inviting Lori Mark forward. She will be administering the oath of office for Supervisor LaFountain.
I, Tony LaFountain,
I, Tony LaFountain,
do solemnly
swear
that I support the Constitution of the United States
that I support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of town supervisor
and I will officially discharge the duties of town supervisor
in the town of
in
Penfield
the town of Penfield
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability. Thank you. Thanks, Chicks. Thanks,
I
Chicks.
do feel like I'm standing up here.
Thank you. Go back.
Supervisor, any remarks you would like to make?
Please. Thank you. Good evening and welcome to everyone. Thank you for being here. There are a lot of people that I need to recognize and thank. I would like to start off with Lori Mark. This is a bit difficult. For 14 years, her dad swore me in. This is the first year that he is not with us, but he's with us in spirit, and I couldn't think of a better person to swear me in than Lori Mark. So Lori, thank you very much. Thank you. The reason I've been able to do this for as many years as I've had in different positions as an elected official is because of the team that I have behind me. So my wife Lynn, our daughter Jennifer, our 2 granddaughters, and then I've got a whole host of other women behind me that support me at every turn. And our daughter Stacy could not be with us as she is in Manassas, Virginia, influence young minds teaching at Manassas School District. So she's with us in spirit tonight as well. I'd like to recognize all of our committee members that support us each and every time that we get together and we run and help keep us abreast of everything that's going on in the town. My fellow elected officials, and I'm very fortunate to have some new officials coming in, and sorry to lose two folks that I've had the honor of working with for many years. Paula Metzler, she'll still be here as one of our town justices, and Rob Quinn, who will be spending more time with his family and with his job. The other group that is kind of my extended family, and that's all of the employees that we have here in the town of Penfield. And I will tell you, I've said this before, and I'll continue to say it, our employees are second to none across this region. They are regularly sought after to fill positions, towns, villages, and at the county. They elect to stay here and support the town of Penfield, and I'm so honored that they do that. And I'm so honored to work with such a talented professional group each and every day. So to all of the department heads that are here, thank you very much for everything that you do, again, each and every day. It does make a difference. I'm honored to take office and looking forward to these next 2 years. We've got a lot of good things that we're going to be working on and doing this year, and we look forward to all of you playing a part in that as we continue to make the great town of Penfield even greater. I want to thank you again for everything that you do. Thank you for being here this evening, and look forward to having contact with all of you during the year ahead. Thank you.
We would now like to invite forward Penfield Town Justice James Mully Jr., along with our new Penfield Town Board member, Debbie Drawe.
I, Debbie Drawe,
I, Debbie Drawe,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
and I will support the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will support the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Penfield Town Council
of the office of Penfield Town Council
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
My father always kept it.
Debbie, would you care to make any remarks?
I'll be real brief, yes. Thank you. I didn't even know who I should go to first. The two of the men in my life that spent a lot of time with. To Judge Mully, started back here in Penfield on the town board with him, served with him to the residents of Penfield, so I'm honored that he's my judge, our judge here in Penfield. To my husband, Steve, I couldn't have done any of this without you. Holly, my daughter's here tonight. My son, Zach, is not here as he's working at the hospital tonight and couldn't be here. I'm going to be brief because I really didn't prepare anything. I wanted to just thank you all. The people of Penfield. This is where I belong. I started here, and I couldn't be happier to be able to be back here and to represent you all. I promise with all my heart that to the best of my abilities, I will I will represent all the people of Penfield the very best way I know how. So thank you. I'm eager to start with our town board and get started with the employees here in the town of Penfield. I can't wait to be back. So thank you guys all, and have a wonderful I'm looking forward to a wonderful 2020, and for all the blessed for you too. Thanks.
Thank you very much, and congratulations, Debbie. Next, we'll invite again Penfield Town Justice James Mully Jr. For the swearing-in of Councilmember Linda Kohl.
Former colleagues on the town board. I, Linda Kohl, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
and I will support the Constitution of the State of New York,
And I will support the Constitution of the State of New York.
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Penfield Town Council
And I will faithfully discharge discharge the duties of Penfield Town Council
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Linda.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Linda, would you like to address the audience, please?
Sure.
Hi. Like Debbie, I wasn't going to spend a lot of time, but I do want to thank you all for coming. And I want to thank the community that voted for us and got us elected this year. And I look forward to the next 4 years. We have a lot of things on our agenda, a lot of things we can work on that I'm looking forward to. As you know, I'm active in Rotary, and one of my things is service above self. And I think it's so important to have the community groups work with the town. So it's one of my things, and I want to continue doing that, partnerships. Anyone ever want to come to my community chats, I'll continue to have those once a month. And I'd like to get everyone involved as much as they would like to be. And but the thank yous, I have to thank my husband Ken, because he's always involved in everything I'm doing, as many of you know. I want to thank Rebecca, my daughter, who came here today with her boyfriend Kevin and helped me with the swearing in. My other daughter, Christina, is up in New Hampshire working, so she couldn't be here. But I thank everyone that, on the Penfield Republican Committee, Matt Rich, and everyone that helped us during the campaign. And yeah, everyone that's here today. It means a lot, because you're coming out here supporting us, and hopefully you feel the same, that we are supporting you and doing the best for the community. Thank you.
Thank you, and congratulations, Linda. Lastly, this evening, I'd like to invite retired County Court Judge Patricia Marks forward for the swearing-in of our new Town Justice, Paula Metzler.
It's really a privilege to do this today. Paula was my intern when she was in college, and then she graduated law school and came to be my law clerk, and this is kind of an emotional and special moment. So I'm very pleased to administer the oath. If, Judge, would you please place your hand on the Bible and raise your right hand? I, Paula Casey Metzler,
I, Paula Casey Metzler,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Penfield Town Justice,
of the office of Penfield Town Justice,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
For the first time, allow me to say, Your Honor, would you care to address the audience this evening?
I won't be addressed like that at home, so this is great. And unlike those before me, I have prepared some remarks. This is, as you can tell, kind of a, sorry, the scratching. Oh, someone else's mic is on. Well, Happy New Year to everyone. Congratulations to Supervisor LaFountain, Councilwoman Drawe, and Councilwoman Kohl. Thank you all for your steadfast commitment to the residents of Penfield. Without a doubt, our community is in experienced and capable hands with you all, and I look forward to continuing to work with you in my new role. And I'm fortunate to already have had 10 years of teamwork and collaboration with you as Councilwoman to prepare for the duties that accompany being a justice in a court that, unlike other levels of courts, is funded and overseen by its town's government. I want to acknowledge a few of my friends, a lot of my friends are here, but specifically I've got a lot of friends from the law department, my colleagues during the day. We have a couple judges here, my friend Judge Alicia Mazzo from Monroe County Family Court, Judge Vicki Argento, Supreme Court Justice, is here. So thank you all for coming. I want to thank Town Justices Mully and Lomenzo, who have each spent several hours with me as we prepare for a smooth transition. They have provided me with guidance, materials, and practical tips, and a lot of encouragement. Thank you to the town court staff. My clerk, Elise Voigt, is here, Judge Mully's clerk, Terry Ryder, and also Heather Scalzo, who've welcomed me and helped me get acclimated. When I was first told that this swearing-in ceremony would be held on January 2nd, I paused. Today would have been my husband Eric's and my 21st wedding anniversary. It sure will be nice to now have another anniversary to finally remember on this date. When Eric passed away, my first grief-stricken thought was, what am I going to do? How am I going to take care of my kids, the house, the dogs? Which led me to say, how can I possibly continue serving on the town board? I then recalled, however, one of Eric's sayings to me when I was contemplating tackling a new project or job or stressed about my commitments. In 2009, when I decided I wanted to get more involved and give back to Penfield, he said to me, Paula, is there anything you can't do? Not you can do anything, but rather the challenge of, is there anything you can't do? Which led me to seek and be appointed and then elected to the town board at that time. Those words inspired me, after Eric's passing, to carry on, continue serving our community, and most importantly, to be a role model for my daughter, Casey, to persevere, to be the best you can be, to not waste your talents, and to always find time to give back to your community, no matter what little time you have or what you have on your plate. Casey, I think it's worked, as I so proudly watch you grow and succeed, but also see you unselfishly giving back to the community without even being asked. It came as no surprise that your New Year's Eve this year, right up to 1:30 in the morning, was spent as a volunteer EMT at the Penfield Ambulance Base, helping to ensure that when people needed help, you and others would be there. My statement back then of what am I going to do evolved into what am I going to do? And I know I will repeat that phrase as I take the bench. I will emphasize the concept of controlling your destiny to the individuals who appear before me, people who are facing criminal or code violation charges, coming before the court on one side or the other of a civil matter, a landlord-tenant action, or a small claims case, or having been thrust into the court system due to a crime committed against their person or property or a family member. What am I going to do? Will be uttered by many as they venture into Penfield Town Court, many for whom all hope seems to be lost. The response of this judge will be, what are you going to do? What are you going to do to be accountable for your actions and any harm you have caused? What are you going to do to make things right again, to pay back the money you owe, to fix the code violations, to ensure your family has a place to live? What are you going to do to address the alcoholism, substance abuse, addiction, mental health, anger, or financial issues that served as a compass for the behavior that landed you in Penfield Town Court? What are you going to do to show the court that you can be trusted, to return to court, to be evaluated, to follow through with treatment, to pay restitution, to file an order of protection, to successfully complete probation, to pay your fines, to report for your weekends in jail? In turn, I will frequently ask myself, what am I going to do? What can I do for those folks, these people and cases before me, to promote the safety of our community and its residents? What can I do to appropriately and sometimes creatively tailor a disposition and sentence to help achieve the following goal? And many of you have heard me say this over the last several months about my goal, that I will work hard to do my best to arrive at an outcome in a case that provides not only accountability, but the greatest chance that the individual before me does not reoffend and come back to the court in the future, that their court history and criminal record ends with Penfield Town Court. This is the outcome which benefits not only that individual and his family, but our entire community. If I can accomplish that, I know I have given back to Penfield, the hometown that I love so dearly. I have a few more people that I wish to acknowledge and thank. My mom is here. She has been a role model for me. As a working mom, all the years she not only ran our household, but ran a small business with my dad and was heavily involved in our activities and sports, all while running the Cobbles Elementary School office for over 20 years. My sister, Barb Krenzer, and her family are here, and I thank them for their love and their encouragement and helping out whenever asked. And although I do love each of my nephews equally, I want to give special recognition to my nephew, Paul Krenzer, who is home on leave from the Army, from the 101st Airborne at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and thank him for his service to our country. I've mentioned my amazing daughter, Casey, who helps by being a tremendously capable, self-sufficient, smart, and compassionate young woman, all while being a successful Division I scholar athlete at Fordham University. Go Rams. I can't wait to see what your future holds. Being a single mom and having a child with autism and significant special needs added into the mix is an ongoing challenge. I would not be here without the tremendous help of several caregivers for my son David, especially Larissa, Patty, Jill, and Kelly. I'd also like to thank Thomas the Tank Engine, Apple for creating the iPad, and the inventors of French fries and the drive-through restaurant. My partner Perry is here, who will tell you that being a member of Team Metzler is nothing short of an adventure, and at times a stressful roller coaster ride. Thank you for being my unconditional cheerleader, Perry, for providing encouragement and dinner when the hours are long, as well as very sound advice. Thank you for the many, many hours you've devoted to holding down the fort and taking care of David, which is no small task. And thank you for telling me, you've got this. In my over 25 years of practicing law in Rochester, I've appeared before many judges who have inspired me or encouraged me in one way or another. However, no one has inspired me more than my dear friend, former boss, and #1 mentor, Judge Patricia Marks. Judge Marks, thank you doesn't even come close. I was thrilled this evening to take the oath of office as the first female Penfield Town Justice from you, the trailblazing first female Monroe County Court Judge. And although he could not be here tonight due to the town of Arundequoit swearing-in ceremony, please know that Judge Joe Valentino and I are so proud that we now both are former court attorneys of yours who have become judges. We've learned from the best. Lastly, to everyone, as we embark on 2020 in the town of Penfield, I leave you with this challenge, and I invite you to each ask of yourselves, what am I going to do? Thank you, Penfield, for this tremendous opportunity.
Thank you, Judge Metzler, and congratulations. Well, that concludes our swearing-in ceremony tonight. We would invite everyone to please join us in the rotunda for some light snacks and refreshments, and thank you very much for attending this evening. Good night.